Alright, yeah, let's get it. We about to get some Red Dead Redemption 2 going. Let's fire up the stream. Let's go. Oh, wait. I gotta record save slides. What is going on, guys? It is your boy, TKD here. We are not playing Red Dead 2 right now, but we are talking about the latest and greatest in PlayStation and gaming as a whole with our weekly news series called Save Slide. And so here's the deal, guys. So I did indeed record a full episode of Save Slide and everything, and had the two camera thing going on, but the audio failed, and it pooped the bed, if you will. So we're gonna do this a little bit old school style. We're gonna do the just the old school screen cap of the screen and everything, and I'll show the articles and pictures up on the left side of me. So apologies for the quality of this episode not being as on par as the other ones, unfortunately, and as I always like to do, quality. But as of right now, I don't have a lot of time to do this. I got work in about 2 hours, so I'm about to bust this out real quick and let you guys have Save Slide in a less pretty fashion. So apologies for that. Next week we'll be back to the traditional style of doing these things, of these save slides, and let's get right into the news. First up here on the dock this week, we have Jade Raymond leaving EA. Now, she was the head of Motive Studio, and they work on a few different cool things here. They did work on Battlefront 2 a little bit, as well as they were working on an unannounced Star Wars project as well. Maybe that was Battlefront 3, who knows what that was, but unfortunately she has left the studio. And we do have a quote here by John Reisberg, and he says, quote, "With this change, Jade Raymond has decided to leave Electronic Arts. In her time with us, Jade helped to build great teams, and our projects underway at Motive and other studios continued unchanged. We're appreciative of all of her efforts, and we wish Jade all the best as she moves on to her next adventure. We are driving great creativity into everything we do across EA Studios, and we'll look forward to sharing more in the months to come." So unfortunately, Jade has left, and looks like she was very much a key within EA, so hopefully EA will have a more uphill trajectory from here, because definitely EA has had a lot of negative things happen to them with the Battlefront 2 debacle and all that stuff and everything that's happened in the past with them after Dilemma. So hopefully this will be the starts of a new way forward, and a better way forward at that for EA. And of course, Battlefield 5 being one of the biggest games coming out this fall, and I think will be overshadowed and overlooked by a lot of games coming out, with of course Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, Fallout 76. I feel like Battlefield 5 is definitely going to not be the biggest hits this fall season, but we do have another hit as well that will kind of play into that, and that is that their Battle Royale mode called Firestorm, which was debuted at E3 and really shown off in a little trailer that we got around 2-3 weeks ago or something like that, or maybe like a month ago, something like that. Like, it was a while ago, but they essentially pushed the mode into March 2019. So that's a bit unfortunate for Battlefield 5. Of course, a lot of people were looking forward to that mode, and like honestly, that's the only thing I was looking forward to in terms of Battlefield 5. Even though I did enjoy the multiplayer of Battlefield 5, at least on the beta, the Firestorm Battle Royale mode was definitely going to be the main pull for me, because Battlefield is definitely used to having a massive scale map, a lot of player count. So of course, with all that being said, they would in turn make a great Battle Royale mode, but looks like we won't be getting that till March. So at least the silver line to this, what Christian pointed out to me the other day, was that Battlefield 5 then at that point, at March 2019, will be cheaper, and we will be able to get this Battle Royale mode for a cheaper price at that point, and like rather spending $60 full price on it to drop in November next month. With that Battle Royale mode, we can wait a little bit, play our games, play Odyssey, play Red Dead Redemption, and have a lot more time to play these games, and then be able to play play what we mainly wanted to play in Battlefield 5 in March of next year. So pretty good deal, and for cheaper at that as well. So definitely seems like it is a good deal, but it is kind of a shame that their Royale mode won't be ready until March 2019. Next, this article comes to us from Push Square, and of course this is a rumor, nothing here is set in stone, but it looks like things are a little bit more concrete thanks about this. So of course the headline here says that Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy, will come in 3 discs on the physical copy. Now this is of course a very anticipated game. A lot of people, especially off of nostalgia, are definitely going to pick this up. Of course Christian this as well, he's very much into Spyro, and what there was here is that it was this little conversation here. So this was taken from a Walmart type of live chat thing, and you know, on the bottom he asks, okay, so do you know how many discs are on the Trilogy on the physical version? And the Walmart employee replies, I reviewed, and there are 3 discs. So it looks like to get away from that whole debacle that they had a few weeks prior, where they were saying that, you know, on the physical version at that as well, you needed the day 1 patch to be able to play the second and third Spyro version. You know, I mean games, not like versions. Like, you had to get the day 1 patch to be able to play Spyro 2 and 3, as opposed to just the first one that came on the disc by itself and you can play it without the patch. So it looks like to get away from that, they are going to put all 3 of them in this trilogy on 3 different discs. So that's an interesting way to deal with it. I can't imagine they are that high in gigabytes, so I don't really get why they couldn't just put them all in just in one package. But hey, you know what? We don't really know the final gigs of each game, so I guess they are pretty big and substantial enough to warrant 3 discs on the physical copy. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. Are you guys pleased by this? Are you guys, you know, happy? Leave it if you were up in arms about them having the whole debacle where the Spyro 2 and 3 were only on the day 1 patch. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Next, we were back in the day during the PS2 era. I had a lot of greatest hits games during the ends of the PS2 cycle, and it looks like the same is happening here with PS4. So this was announced a few weeks ago that we are getting PlayStation hits, and it has since launched in Europe as of right now. I think it's in stores in the US, but not 100% sure on that. But you know, it will be, of course, expanding to the European and North American range with some new games coming out for it as well. And so it looks like they're adding new games to PlayStation hits, including games like Dying Light, Plants vs. Zombies, and Dragon Age Inquisition. And they're also getting Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, Naruto Shippuden, and a bunch of other good games as well are coming onto the platform for the PlayStation hits type of labeled games. So if you're into that, they're $20 a pop. Very good deal for some very good games as well, with, you know, Uncharted 4 being on there, Bloodborne, the Nathan Drake collection, a lot of really great games on PlayStation hits. So if you are in the market for that, I'm sure there'll be plenty of Black Friday deals on those as well. Now let's talk about the weirdness that is the Fallout 76 beta. So at least for right now, let's jump to this one first here. You cannot preload Fallout 76 beta right now on your PS4. So if you pre-order the game, you can preload the beta, and that'll be coming out October 30th. So I'm gonna try to get my hands on that. I'm definitely gonna try and get some impressions on the podcast and everything, stuff like that. So I will definitely be jumping into that beta as soon as I can. However, I'm not sure if I'll be able to, because if we're looking at the Xbox rollout of the beta and everything, it's going on this weekend, right? And I think this is only for this weekend. That's why it's so weird, but it could be for the PS4 version as far as we know. It looks like they're rolling out in, you know, this one was you know, test phase, the first one was on the 23rd of October, and it was running for 4 hours, and that's it. And so then the second and third phase, which are happening this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, which is tomorrow and then Sunday, they are happening for only 2 hours at a time. So not sure what the deal is here. If it's like this on PS4, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get my time in there, because 2 hours is a very limited window. Not sure how I'm going to do that, but I will try and make do. And at least for right now, the main thing here is that you can now preload the beta for Fallout 76 on PS4 right now. So definitely try to get my hands on that. And there is no word if there will be the same rollout as the Xbox One for this weekend. Not sure if they're doing it the same way, where it's going to be 2 hours and 3 hours. Not sure what's happening there. However, the beta will be 45 gigabytes in size. So if you've cleared out all your space and I don't have enough space now because Red Dead's out, I apologize, but it looks like you will have to clear 45 gigs for the Fallout 76 beta. Next up here, of course, Spiderman PS4. We had the DLC launch this week, so make sure to go check out that complete walkthrough, where we did a full walkthrough of the DLC, the heist with Black Hat and everything. And then we also have a Cross Circle episode coming up on Monday, where me and Christian go over and talk about all of the DLC story bits and tidbits and all that good stuff. Spoilers as well in that one, so make sure to play the game before you listen to that podcast as well. But going into the main news here is that it is the top US game sales for September, of course, courtesy of IGN. And out of the whole year of 2018, we had Far Cry 5 at the first best-selling game of 2018. We have God of War, and then we have Spider-Man at the third spot now. So very good sales here for Spider-Man. And courtesy of my boy Colin Moriarty here on Twitter, he says that Spider-Man on PlayStation 4 made more money in its first month on the market than any PlayStation exclusive in nearly 24 years of the history of the brand. This is across all 6 core consoles of the PlayStation hardware. So pretty crazy to see that their PlayStation is definitely killing it with Spider-Man, and it looks like a lot of people are enjoying Spider-Man, and I am as well. So definitely congratulations to Insomniac Games. Congrats to all those on the team that made Spider-Man PS4. Now, Christian pointed this out to me here on Twitter. This is courtesy of course, PlayStation UK via Twitter, and looks like they're dropping a trailer for the Medieval game coming out on PS4, which is of course a reoccurring IP that was on PS1 and I believe PS2. I'm not really sure, but you know, Medieval was a very popular IP. It still is at that. Very, definitely does have a cult following. I'm not part of that. Not really have any sort of connection to Medieval. But Sean Layden via the PlayStation Blogcast did make a little, correction and made it just very clear that Medieval is not going to be just a remaster. They're not just going to just up the resolution, up the graphics, and change some textures and call it a remaster. They are fully remaking Medieval on PS4. So it's a full remake from the ground up. Sean Layden confirmed via the broadcast, so definitely look forward to that. And also Christian says, courtesy of this little trailer here, he's thinking that it might get a shadow drop on Halloween night. Maybe, could be a possibility. Not sure if it's gonna happen, but it would be really cool to see that have a shadow drop, and that'll be really cool for those fans of Medieval. So definitely, if you're hyped for that, keep on the lookout for Medieval. And lastly here, we cannot end this save slot this week without talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, of course, a lot of the reviews came in. Pretty much all of them came in yesterday, and of course, to no surprise, they're amazing. People are loving Red Dead 2. They're adoring the game, definitely liking the depth of it, and I streamed it a few hours last night, and I think I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. Don't quote me on that. I might get a stream going tomorrow morning with you guys and play a little more Red Dead 2, but it is amazing. I'm enjoying it. I'm so far hooked with the story, low-key. I'm definitely getting in there, it's definitely gripping me, but it has gripped a lot of people as well in terms of reviews. It's 97% on Metascore right now, and it is doing crazy numbers, and of course it's going to sell amazing, it's going to do amazing, all that good stuff. Of course, Rockstar, you can expect that from Red Dead 2, and just there's really nothing more other than that, just that the Red Dead reviews were insane, and I'm enjoying the game. And of course, check out the stream for PlayStation Source here coming up on the weekend, and definitely go check out all of our content here with Red Dead 2, all things Red Dead 2. So if we do, a lot of people are enjoying Red Dead, and so am I. And with all that being said, let me know all your thoughts on the comments below about any of these stories we talked about here today. How do you feel about the Fallout 76 beta rollout? How do you feel about Red Dead 2 especially? How do you feel about Spider-Man selling that amazing sales and everything? Medieval? Any of the topics we talked about today? Make sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure also, while you are down there, to check out our description where you can find the Instagram and Twitter to follow us on there. Make sure to also leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Shorts to keep up with the latest and greatest on PlayStation. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.